Guys, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we are talking about fragrances, more specifically what I picked up at my local Marshalls. I was able to find a fragrance that is usually much more expensive for way less. Guys, if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the hype button, all the good things. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the store footage. So we have a fragrance that, if you watched my video a couple weeks ago, I picked up another fragrance from this same line. This is the other one that had been floating around that I was lucky enough to find. The same we're talking about is Michael Malul and Jensen's collaboration West Loop. And this was, again, a collaboration with Jensen's, another fragrance YouTuber, and Michael Malul. So this one, it's an eau de parfum concentration. This is the 100 ml. I ended up paying $29.99 with, a little more with taxes here in Massachusetts. But as I always do, I'm gonna bust this open. I'm gonna get it on skin. I'm gonna walk you guys through what I pick up, and I will ultimately let you know if West Loop from Michael Malul and Jensen's is actually any good. Let's get into it. A couple weeks ago, the fragrance I picked up from this line was South Slope, and I was really impressed with that fragrance. It smells fantastic. And what I like about Michael Malul fragrances is that they are sort of the next step up in terms of overall quality from like your typical mid-level designers, but they're usually really expensive, particularly this line. They're like $140 if you buy full retail. So here is the presentation for West Loop, and looks pretty much the same as the South Slope presentation, just the colorway is different. This is like a sort of darker gray, and South Slope is blue. Let's take a look at the atomizer. I do like this touch of the rose gold atomizer. I think that's a nice touch. It makes it look a little more upscale for me. Very nice. So let's take a look. Okay, yeah, that atomizer is actually a little different than my South Slope. On this one, it's a wider spread of fragrance, but it's still pressurized. Okay. Wow, okay, in the air. Interesting. I'm picking up some vanilla, maybe. Vanilla, it's a little peppery, it's a little bit spicy. It could very likely be even a little touch of iris. It's creamy, it's a little bit powdery, it's warm. this is much different. This is a much different profile than the South Slope. The South Slope is a fresh, sort of aromatic, uplifting fragrance. And this is, I don't want to say cooler weather, but this is almost like a night out fragrance. So yeah, it would work definitely in cooler weather, but it's a little darker, a little more resinous. So I like it though. It's an interesting fragrance in the air. Let me see what it does off of skin. Okay, yeah, off of skin, I'm definitely picking up that ambrette, that irisy type of vibe to it, like a think Gentleman Givenchy Gentleman line, that type of thing. There's also some greenness here, maybe a little bit of woods, but the real standout is that iris along with some vanilla. So I'm impressed with this. It will remind you of other things, but it's also doing its own thing at the same time. It is powdery, it is woody. There is something here that I can't quite put my finger on the note. Actually, the notes are on the back of the box. Top notes: almond blossom, toasted cinnamon, and vanilla orchid. Mid notes are myrrh absolute, French lavender, and tobacco leaf. And the base notes are patchouli, Indonesia, warm amberwood, and tonka bean. Now, I'm shocked that there is no iris here. What am I picking up that is powdery and giving me that iris vibe? I mean, it may not be listed, but I would be surprised if they put iris in here and didn't list it. I mean, it could be a combination of that cinnamon and that vanilla orchid. Although it is a spicier, warmer, slightly darker fragrance than others I've tried from the line, it still feels light in that has this kind of transparency to it, this kind of wispiness to it. I could easily wear this to the office for sure. It's almost like a signature worthy dark resinous fragrance. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Now that it's drying down a bit, I am getting a little bit of this sweetness coming through, which I like. It's kind of balancing things out. Not that it was lacking sweetness or needed it, but I do like it. It makes it a little more inviting, a little more approachable of a fragrance. Maybe more people will appreciate it because of that sweetness. And I think it's probably most likely coming from that vanilla. Just initially, when I first sprayed it, it was almost like a boozy vanilla. Now it's getting a little sweeter. I really like this one. I think occasions I would find myself wearing this, as I said, dinner dates, going out at night. Definitely it feels like an evening fragrance, but also during the day as well. Like I said, to the office, to a client meeting, when I just kind of want to break things up and go a different route than your typical freshie. So overall, I'm impressed. I'd be curious about the performance here. Although, as I said, the notes, they lend themselves to darker, more resinous, longer lasting, typically fragrances. This does feel like it's going to wear a bit lighter, and that's not a bad thing. It truly isn't. I think that's actually really nice. Byredo does that really well, the way they can sort of throw in some notes that are a little darker, a little spicier, a little warmer, extend the life of those notes, but also have it feel like a little more of a lighter wearing experience and more transparent. I'd be curious to know what you guys think of West Loop from Michael Malul and Jensense. As I always do, I'm going to wear this fragrance this week, talk more about it in my weekly rotation video. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now, that is last week's rotation. So I will be sure to link that video down below. And as this dries down, I'm actually getting a little more soapiness underneath, which there is a soapiness to South Slope as well. So there is a slight connection there between the two fragrances, believe it or not. Overall, I like this one. I think this is a nice pickup, especially for the $29.99, the $30 that I paid. I think that's a steal. You guys would have a fantastic fragrance added to your collection that is unique for the type of fragrance that it is. I like it quite a bit. There's not one fragrance that I really think of when I smell this. There are things that I'm reminded of, but overall, really impressed. I think you guys will like this one too. Let me know in the comment section down below if Michael Malul Jensense West Loop is any good for you. Do you enjoy this fragrance? Is it one that you added proudly to the collection? Drop it in the comments. But if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.